Okay, how can smart be stupid? We're going to talk about that today. Many of our smart devices, what has happened is that many people have allowed, you check this out, many people have allowed their smart devices to make them stupid. I realized something that I'm in my anyway, the 80ish type stuff, whatever. And I realized how many phone numbers, how many addresses, how many numbers, how many things I used to be able to remember. And then I was challenged by my brain challenge. My brain coach, because I have all different kinds of coaches. Anybody that is a coach that does not have a lot of coaches or does not have coaches is stupid. Okay, that's my opinion. Anyway, but one of the things of it is that I look and I see people and they have these devices that they call smart devices. Why would they call them smart devices? Are they saying things to you? Are they trying to control who it is that you are? These devices run people's lives. You have them by your bed. You have them on. You don't have time off for these things. Well, how can you remember if you lose your smart device and you need to call someone on an emergency situation? Can you remember your children's numbers? Can you remember your wife or your husband or your father or your mother? Can you remember your friends' numbers? Can you remember any of these numbers? Well, I know all of my numbers. I mean, I am one that I have made it a quest to remember things. If you don't start to do that, then what will happen is someone else will start to think for you. Right now, most people in the world, what is happening is that they have no real opinion of their own. Yes, I said that. No real opinion. You don't know what to do, how to think. Why? Because you have not learned critical thinking. What is critical thinking, Dr. Baker? Critical thinking is just that. I look at what it is that I believe. I look at what it is that I'm thinking. I look at what it is that someone says. And then I investigate. And Google is not the only place that I look it up. I actually read. I actually do research. I actually look at these things. Start to use your mind. Start to use your brain because, as they said, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. But even greater than that, you will have it where someone else is using your mind, your body, your will, your emotions for their good, and then you get nothing out of it. I was just talking to someone a few moments ago, and one of the things of it is that they said that that they had stopped being a people pleaser, or that one of the things that they had learned and all. And I said to them, I said, "You were never a people pleaser." I submit to you that is not a people pleaser. What it is that you don't know who it is that you are. Because when you know who it is that you are and what you have to give to the world, what you have to offer to those people that you have been assigned to, you are so confident in who it is you are that you really do not care whether somebody likes it or somebody else doesn't. It's not an arrogance. What it is a confidence. I am confident that I know that some people will like this. Some people will like what I say. Some people will hate it. Some people will hate on me. It is their choice. I do not care. I can't tell you how much I do not care. And I want to help you get to that place. It's not ignoring them. It has nothing to do with anyone else, but it has to do with you. When you start to live an authentic life where here it is, you are a critical thinker, then no matter what goes on around you, it will not destroy you. You will not allow AI or HI or any other I to take over your life. Many people have, I don't like this person. I don't like this president. I don't like this vice. I don't like this person. I don't like this lady. I don't like this. A whole lot of people don't like. And then you ask them why. And they can't tell you why. Well, they're this, and what you're hearing is rhetoric from someone else. You've just had your brain hijacked. You've had your thoughts hijacked. You have been hijacked and taken to a place, and you don't even know where it is that you're going, and you can stop it at any moment. You say, you are rough. No, I'm not. But one of the things of it is this: I want every man, woman, boy, and girl to be people that are thinkers. God gave you, He created you with a brain. He created you with a mind. He created you with an imagination. He created you with a purpose and a vision. He created you with something so great on the inside of you that is crying to get out, but it can't. Why is that? Because all of the other things that you are putting in that you think is smarter than you is suppressing it. I just recently got a new phone. I had all my phones were iPhones, and I still have two of those. But then my granddaughter, one of my granddaughters, she and we communicate a lot, and I realized I was not able to FaceTime her or FaceTime her. I wasn't able to see her on one of these, so I got a new phone. I got a Android type thing. I got a Samsung, whatever it is. I don't even remember what it is. At any rate. So one of my friends asked me, Apostle Marshall asked me, did a book come with it? I said, I didn't see a book. I said, but my book is my granddaughter, because I know how it is that I learn. My book was a guy that I was flying on a plane with yesterday, and I asked him about or day before yesterday, whenever it was, I asked him about if he knew something about this phone. He showed me in a few minutes how many different things. I remembered all of those things. I know now, I know so much more about my phone. I have why is that? Because I remembered everything that he said. It's not that I need to know all of this stuff about a phone, because some of these things I will never use. But also, I found out what I didn't know because I didn't put the time in to investigate. I found out also how I can use, in other words, now listen to me, how I can use these systems that are called smart systems for my use, not them using me. I do not go around all the time looking at these phones, because what it does is this: it starts to shrink your brain because you're not using it. I do an Optimize Your Brain challenge. And one of the things that it is that we do is that we tell you, we let you realize something, that your brain is not like a hard drive. I heard people say your brain is like a hard drive. That's a lie. Your brain is not like a hard drive, because a hard drive can get so full that you can't put anything else in it. Your brain is expandable. It will expand as long as you're alive, okay? I am older than most of the people that are watching this. As I said, I'm around the 80s, and I'll be there until I'm 120 or whatever it is that I decide to tell you when I hit 90. Okay, which maybe I probably won't do that. But at any rate, what I'm saying is this: my brain is still taking things in. I'm still learning. I'm still learning about the brain. I mean, I'm a doctor. I do neural type things, all of these things. But there are other doctors that have pioneered this and found this information. And then, even as I imagine, the Spirit of God opens things up and says, look at this, look at this, look at this. And so what's happening is that I am challenged. My brain is constantly being challenged. Most of you, many people, never, ever challenge their brain. They never challenge themselves. What you do is you choose things that go on around you. You choose, okay, my friends say this is this. My friends say to vote this way. My friends say to do this. My friends say this. All of the people around you. My mother used to say something really interesting. Show me your company and I will tell you who you are. And I never understood that for a long time. But what it was that she's saying, you will grow or stay stagnant at the level of the conversations that you are having with your friends, with the people that you consider friends. I mean, I have people that I have my coaches. I'm constantly listening to something that they're saying about how they're growing. Okay, I will continue to pay you 20, 30, 50, 60,000, whatever it is that it costs. Why? Because you're growing in a direction that I'm going. We have the same morals. We have the same kind of beliefs. We have the same God. We have the same, we have all of these things. Here's another thing that you don't do. Here's something that will set boundaries within you. I ain't talking about setting boundaries for nobody else. I'm talking set boundaries within you. You determine the people that will train you and teach you. You find out what is their basis, what is it, and where are they coming from. When you find out where a person is coming from, at least I know, okay, everything I do is biblically based. I use the principles of God in my business, in my family, in my life, in every aspect of my life. So why would I go and want to learn and get my basic learning from someone who does not have my same morals? I believe in a kingdom mentality. I believe in a kingdom of God mentality, which means my culture is very different. What does that mean, Dr. Baker? What it means is this. See, smart devices and people that use all these things, all of the different technology, all of the different programs and things, they use words that I don't use. They talk about different races. I don't use that word because I believe in the biblical creation. I believe that every person, every nationality was born out of one man and woman, one man, Adam, the Adams family, as I call them. Okay. And then after the flood, I believe that here it was that went into there was Noah with his three sons. His three sons were different colors. They had different colors. So what happened is still they all came from one man. They came from one man, Adam. No big boom could have done that. No, this could have done that. No, that could have done that. All of these came from one blood. So to me, there is one race, which means the human race. There's also the animal race. There's also the plant race. There's all of those different things, but there's one human race. So you will never hear me say that someone is a racist. You will never hear me say that because the only racist there is the one that's called the devil. Well, these are my values. Okay, this is what I'm getting to. These technology things, these smart devices that make you dumb, they can move your values. They help you to move your values. Why is that? Because they start using words that are not compatible with what it is that you say you believe. They show you images that are not compatible with what it is that you believe. And therefore, it weakens you because you are not critically looking at it. I use AI. My team uses AI, and I'm sure I do too. I use cell phones. I have a lot of cell phones. I'm on this thing right now called YouTube, which I'm really happy about. I have all kinds of computers everywhere, but they don't control me. I have a certain time that I shut all that sucker down. I put them in a different room. My bedroom is fairly large. I have another room at the end, which I call my prayer room. It's another office, my prayer room office. All of those phones and things go in there, even if I'm still downstairs. All of that stuff is upstairs. I could care less if anybody calls or not. Why is that? Because it doesn't control me. I still call my cell phones, I call them my car phones. Why is that? Because it's for my convenience. What I'm saying to you is this, is that maybe you might want to decide that here some things are in life that I have this for my convenience, and I am not tied to it. Too much overload with all of these computer things, all of these devices, it can cause dementia. Okay. And I'm very cautious about that. My mother had something similar. She didn't she didn't have one of those devices. She died 30 some years ago, but she didn't have one of those devices. I don't even know if she had a cell phone when she died. But the thing is that She didn't stimulate her mind. She was not constantly learning things new. I go ahead and I read or hear a book every week, something different. I mean, I'm constantly feeding myself. I'm constantly educating myself. I'm constantly growing. I really figure out the things that I don't know. I am so happy about the things that I don't know, which means that now I have room to grow my brain. I have room to stretch my mind. I have room to give it something else because I recognize the things that I don't know. Most people are tricked through devices and through things that they hear, either television or this, about how smart this smart person did this, and they celebrate all of these smart people. Oh, you're brilliant, you're just so smart, and you're brilliant. But the thing is this: all of those brilliant people, they didn't let you know one thing, that they probably get excited about the things that they don't know so that they can expand. They're constantly stretching. They're constantly stretching. And then here it is that you're walking and you're living in an area of pride, stupidity, arrogance. I mean, maybe not you, but people that you know, living in that because you want to show people how much you do know that you have gotten from this. You repeat the things that you hear. You repeat what the newscasters say. You repeat what this your favorite star or something of this says that you've only seen. These are your friends, and you don't even know them. They don't know you, and you don't know them. What I'm saying to you is this: don't let the smart objects make you stupid. Take time within your own life to grow yourself. You have to grow. My grandson, who's getting ready to leave, going to play basketball in Poland, or whatever, he just texted me and said, well, my daughter called me and said, call your grandson. And so I'm thinking, why? Well, I told him I will always buy books for him. I mean, he's a grown man now. He's not married. When he gets married, his wife can buy his books. He can buy his own. But as long as they're single, I will buy books for them. I will buy books for them. I will buy books for them. And so he says he needed 3 new books. He wanted 3 new books. He was over at Barnes and Noble. I said, go for it. I didn't ask how much they cost. I don't care, because one of the things that I know is this, is that we'll have much more to talk about. We'll have where he will show me things and I will show him, and I will be able to challenge his thinking. He will be able to challenge mine. Get around people that challenge you. Stop using something that is passive, that is just feeding you and telling you what to do. I look at not just young people in the doctor's office, in my office, and I don't have a real office anymore, but thank God for that. But I was in the dentist office the other day, and I looked around, and there's these older people, younger people, all kinds of people, and nobody's paying any attention. Here's what they're doing. It's either games or just looking at the phone and whatever it is. No eye contact, no understanding, no interaction. Smartphones, smart devices will make you stupid. You won't even be able to have a conversation with anyone. Many people are having more conversations with the AIs than anything else. Artificial intelligence, artificial. It's artificial. Use the intelligence that you have, expand that, and then have the artificial intelligence work for you. Don't allow it to work on you in a way that you are led by it. I'll close this thing up with this last bit, okay? Your brain is meant to shift areas. Your brain is meant to be used. Your thoughts are meant to shift your environment, to shift your thoughts, to have it so that you can see things that other people cannot see. What do you mean by that, Dr. Baker? What I mean by that is you utilize your brain, you utilize the intelligence that God gave you. And we're going to talk on another program about intelligence, where it really comes from. And can they really, who made up the chart? Who decided what was intelligent? Who decided? Who decided, and how did they decide? I submit to you that you are an intelligent person, that you may not communicate in the same manner in which I communicate, but in what it is that you have been assigned to and what it is that God has placed on the inside of you, you are brilliant. And so start to think of yourself as exceptional, and then you will start to do exceptional things. Okay, I'm out of here, and I will be back next time, same station. And between now and then, I'm telling you, don't let the smart devices be smarter than you. You control them. Don't let them control you. Bye-bye.